What is up, everyone? This is Review It. I'm James, and yes, I know, there's a bit of a different background back here, but that's just temporary, don't worry. Today we will be reviewing Wolfenstein: The Old Blood, which is like a prequel slash standalone DLC pack for Wolfenstein: The New Order, which was one of my favorite games from last year. So The Old Blood takes place briefly before The New Order picks up, where our hero, BJ Blazkowicz, is basically having to sneak into this, into Castle Wolfenstein. Yes, Castle Wolfenstein actually shows up in the thing. And he needs to sneak in here and he needs to steal this location of Deathshead, who is like his arch nemesis, who he actually fights at the beginning of The New Order. For those of you who didn't play The New Order, or did play it and really enjoyed it, The Old Blood is a wonderful piece of DLC. It is standalone. You don't have to have The New Order to play it. It is totally worth its $20 asking price, and I absolutely loved it. Now, the mechanics are pretty much the same from Wolfenstein: The New Order. So for those of you who didn't play it, who might be curious after seeing this, The Old Blood, here's pretty much how it works. So it's a first-person shooter, yes, but it is not a modern-day first-person shooter like Call of Duty. It is actually kind of a mix between modern-day first-person shooter and classic FPS, like Doom and the original Wolfenstein 3D. You'll collect various types of weapons in this prequel. You have your basic assault rifle, you have a shotgun that pretty much just is really powerful if you use it correctly. Mainly for stealth sections, you have a knife, a combat knife, along with throwing knives.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Ah, that never gets old. Never gets old.
But the new addition, weapon-wise, in The Old Blood is a pipe. What I mean by that, you have this long pipe that is a really good blunt weapon, but it can be pulled apart and it can pretty much be used to climb walls. Now, the best part of all the weapon system, and this appeals to the crazy little kid in me who loves these violent things, because believe me, The Old Blood is violent. It's very, very, very violent. It is very bloody. It is a gruesome game.
Wonder if there's any more. I think there's one more right there. We've got to kill the Nazis! Die! You're not getting away from me! No! That's what I'm talking about. Whoa, he already disappeared.
But the best part is you can dual wield every weapon. Sure, it's inaccurate and a lot of times it's very clunky, but man, it's wonderful to walk into this big cluster of guys with your two assault rifles or your two shotguns and just
oh yeah. You want some? More! You want more!
The story here is actually also kind of cool. We have you have BJ, who is sneaking into Castle Wolfenstein and he's going in undercover, but things of course go crazy and he has to escape, but he also is trying to learn information about Helga von Schabs, I think that was her name. And she is pretty much like every bad guy that you've seen in any kind of treasure hunting movie or video game. She's obsessed with wanting to find this one specific thing, this one specific artifact or whatever. And of course, she's just crazy and she's gonna do whatever it takes to get to it. And you can pretty much figure out what happens to her at the end once she actually finds the thing. She also has a very muscular and very intimidating assistant named Rudy Yeager, and he's this big hulkish dude, and he's in love with his dog Greta, and man, they were creepy. They were not fun to be around. Although there was a pretty funny joke at the early point of the game.
Augenblick, warten Sie. Aus Frankfurt. Sind Sie Frankfurter?
Ja, ein Hotdog.
Now, the gameplay is just as polished as The New Order was. There's a lot of cool features here. The upgrade system is different from a lot of games nowadays. You don't pay currency to unlock new things. You actually earn it through experience. So it's kind of like if you want to raise your grenade capacity, kill 3 enemies with 1 grenade. Or if you want the shotgun to have more power, kill this certain amount of enemies with a shotgun. And the nightmare levels are also cool. For those of you who don't know, in the New Order, there was an Easter egg of sorts where you lay in a bed and then you wake up and you're pretty much transported back to Wolfenstein 3D or a mini game sort of thing that looks like Wolfenstein 3D. And it was really cool to do it. It was only one level though, and it really didn't amount to much. However, in the Old Blood Machine Games, those are the developers, there are 8 total chapters in the game. Each one's about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on the difficulty you're playing on. But they added in 1 nightmare level for every single chapter. So you're going to get 8 to 9 total. And it's awesome. Like, it was so fun to play these things. They're pretty difficult sometimes, but they're really fun too.
Whoa. Oh boy. This is why you never do acid, kids. Stay in school, never do acid. This is what it leads to.
Now my one flaw. I have one flaw with this game, and I mean, even though this game is, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to tell you the rating right now, it's full price, it's worth whatever you're going to pay. I mean, it's only $20, and this thing is an incredible value. But there's one problem here. This is going to be slight spoilerish, so be careful. When you get to the end, and you fight the final boss, which is this giant thing. That's all I'm going to say. It's just this giant thing you fight as a final boss. The game makes it seem as if you are locked in this underground tomb with that thing. It makes it seem that there's no way out, that you are stuck here. But this is a video game, meaning the boss fights doesn't mean you're just fighting a boss. It means you're fighting a boss plus waves of enemies. And that's exactly what you fight. And the enemies that come in there have got to be the most annoying thing you will ever deal with. Here's why. When you're fighting this giant boss whose only goal is to just smack you, you've got 10, 15 random cannon fodder enemies just running around shooting at you. Not shooting at the giant thing that is trying to kill all of us. Yeah, that thing's trying to kill them too, and it will. It'll help you out if you stay out of its sight. But the point here is that these guys are shooting at you. They only want to shoot you. They don't want to shoot the big thing that's killing them. Why? What sense does that make? That boss battle was infuriating. I beat it, but it was infuriating, and it felt pointless for it to be there. It felt, I mean, not the boss fight itself. The boss fight itself was cool, but the problem was the multiple enemies that were just swarming you and just attacking you. Attack the big thing! If Godzilla was attacking the city, okay, and then let's say that I have my own private militia, and there's a dude out there who pisses me off that I don't like, that he ruined so many days in kindergarten, he bullied me or some crap like that, and then let's say I tell all my militia people, hey, instead of killing that giant dinosaur that's gonna eat all of us or burn us, go kill that guy. Don't focus on that thing. But I still loved the Old Blood. I still loved this downloadable game. It was wonderful. It was a blast to play. It brought back memories of the New Order. And which, like I said before, it was one of my favorite games of last year. So I had a great time playing the Old Blood. And as I said before, this game is worth every penny. It is worth the $19.99 asking point. Because not only do you get this story mode, which is 7 to 8 hours, depending on the difficulty you're playing, but you have a multitude of collectibles to go get, all of which are actually important to the story. You also have challenge maps where you can basically go back to some of the arena areas of the main game where you had these big shootout battles, and you basically play them again within a time limit and have to rack up enough points to get medals. All in all, there's a lot of replayability in this $19 downloadable prequel standalone DLC. What I'm getting at here is that this game gave me triple the amount of content and entertainment than The Order did, which I reviewed that. You can go check that out. I said in my review for The Order that one of the main complaints is that there's not enough content here, that it is just a 6-hour story mode. There's nothing else. The collectibles suck. They're not even important to the story. The Old Blood gave me triple all of that for 1/3 of the price. I think The Order is still, I think it's $40 right now. It's still too expensive. I know in my review I said, if you like that kind of game, it's worth $40. But when The Old Blood is out now, which back then I didn't think The Old Blood was going to be this good. I didn't think it was going to have that much content. Now that this is out, I don't think The Order is worth $40. I think it is worth no more than $20. Plain and simple. Okay, I don't want to talk about The Order anymore. I don't want to rant about it. I got rid of the game. I don't really want to talk about it anymore. But the point here is that Wolfenstein The Old Blood is a lot of content for only a little bit of money. And all of that content is good. It's fun to play. You're really getting a full game for $20. I'm not kidding. You're getting a full game that they call a standalone DLC that really should be more than $20. So that is all for this review. Thank you guys for watching. My Star Wars reviews will be coming this upcoming week. But yeah, thanks for watching. Make sure to like the video, subscribe it, share it with your friends. We got one more big game coming up this month. Anyway, that's all for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.